Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we're starting with breaking news from Southwest Detroit. That's where a father has been shot and killed in front of a school right after dropping his child off. We're told that that man was in his 20s and was actually shot in the head while sitting in his car with the gunman in the back seat. This happened right before school started outside of Mark Twain. And that's where Paula Tutman is for us this afternoon. Paula, are investigators saying anything about the shooter?
Well, they seem to have a pretty good description of him, and as disturbing as this crime is, the logistics are what make it particularly disturbing. So let me walk you through this. So this is 4th Street right there. That is the front door of Mark Twain Elementary School. My photographer, Sonny, is now going to pan right over across the sidewalk from the front door to that space, that light space right there. That's where that car was sitting. That man had just dropped his son off. Imagine it's around 8 o'clock in the morning. You've got parents coming and going as they're ferrying their children to school. And that's what's so disturbing about how brazen this shooter really is. School drop-off at Mark Twain Elementary School in Southwest Detroit. A little boy says goodbye to his father, walks into the school, and then shots ring out. This man, Keenan Beard, slumps and is discovered by another parent as she walks to her vehicle after dropping off her child. His foot apparently still on the pedal, the car still running. He slams into her vehicle, slumped behind the wheel. This noon, police are looking for a brazen killer.
And the suspect, who may have entered the car after or was in the car with him during the transport of his son, fired shots from an unknown weapon, left the car, and fled in an easterly direction from here on Visker.
The school is not on lockdown. The only change, no outside recess, as police investigate just feet from the front door of the school. At this hour, police are still looking for the shooter.
He was wearing a bright orange hoodie. He's about 5'8", 180 pounds. African-American, medium complected. That's all we know now. We have our K-9 out in the area, so we are asking for the public's help.
The 6-year-old boy is okay physically, but perhaps not emotionally, according to his grandmother.
Yeah, he's a good guy, good father. Him and his son is like best friends. They were just planning for his birthday party, which is on the 27th, and now all that is spoiled also, so.
So I do think it's interesting that DPS chose not to lock down the school at all. The only thing that changed was they did not have outdoor recess. I think probably that could be debated since the gunman is still on the loose and apparently ran up the street past the school. Again, police still, even though they have a good description, they do not have anyone in custody. Also, very important to this investigation is there's kind of a tale of two different Keenan Beards emerging, a good father and a man who, quote, from his friends, had many enemies. Why is this important? Because police will have to look at all of this to try to track down who is responsible for this and why. Back to you.
And Paula, it's just very interesting, this whole scenario, how this has played out. In terms of the suspect police are looking for, do they know who they're looking for? And in terms of a relationship between the suspect and the victim, is there one? Do they think that they knew each other?
Oh, that is a great question, Evrod. Yes, they do believe that the person in the backseat of that vehicle was known to Keenan Beard. But again, they've got to start backtracking. Who was this guy? Who were his associates? Who was mad at him, and possibly why? And we're actually going to explore that part of the story today at 5.
And you also wonder why the school didn't go on lockdown and decided not to let the kids outside for recess. A lot of questions, and hopefully police will find the person that they're looking for and the answers to those questions. Paula, thank you. Just into the Local 4 newsroom, after 58 years in business, Art Van Furniture is being sold now to a private equity firm. Thomas H. Lee Partners, one of the world's oldest private equity firms, entered into an agreement this morning to buy the company. Art Van first opened in Detroit back in 1959, and since then has opened more than 100 stores all across the Midwest. The company stores are going to remain open after the sale, which is expected to be made official sometime next month. Well, it was a busy day for President Trump, and it just got busier. The president is calling for a formal investigation into, quote, illegal votes. on the same day that he's scheduled to sign an executive order to build his promised wall along the Mexican border. NBC's Chris Clackham is following the very latest developments.
Hoping to prove his often debunked claim that millions of illegal voters voted last November, President Trump announced he's going to order the feds to formally look into it. Trump tweeted Wednesday morning, "I'll be asking for a major investigation into voter fraud, including those registered to vote in 2 states, those who are illegal, and even those registered to vote who are dead." But even Republican congressional leaders say it's not worth it because there's nothing there.
There's no evidence of that, and I think that those who allege that have to come up with some substantiation of their claim.
This is going to erode his ability to govern this country if he does not stop it.
This on the day the president is expected to sign an executive order directing the shifting of federal funds to start the process of building a wall on the border with Mexico, which practically all Republicans support and even want more.
And yes, we can secure our border, but it isn't just with, quote, building a wall. It's with the use of technology, which will give us the same kind of capability.
Another move on the immigration front, possibly by Thursday, President Trump will issue another executive order that will impose at least a 4-month halt on all refugee admissions and a temporary ban on people coming from some Muslim-majority countries.
Chris Clackham, Local 4.
Back here at home now, a standoff that lasted for hours in Wixom, an apartment complex there, has ended peacefully. Police first surrounded the complex around 2 this morning, but as our Nick Monticelli reports, once investigators got inside, they found the barricaded man with 3 other adults and 2 children.
Good afternoon. The SWAT team was out here for hours trying to get inside of that apartment or the man to come out. Instead, they found 4 adults inside with 2 children. That is how all of this ended, a flashbang distracting whoever was inside of that apartment so the Oakland County SWAT team could move in. But it took hours to get to that point.
It was like a shot, 2 minutes, a shot, 10 minutes, a shot.
Daquan Jackson is one of several people who heard 3 gunshots spaced apart and called 911 around 1:45 a.m.
I look out the window, out my peephole, I see the door open. I can see a baby with a diaper right there in the door. And I hear somebody like, "Hey, shut the door, shut the door."
Within minutes, Wixom police officers were here. They saw a man on this balcony who then ran back inside and wouldn't be heard from again.
Not long after, maybe 5 minutes, the police were knocking on doors saying that they wanted to get us out of there.
In all, more than a dozen neighbors were evacuated just in case. The SWAT team tried several things to get the man's attention, but at 5:51 a.m., the flashbang did the trick. Inside, though, were 4 adults and 2 kids, a toddler and an infant. So who is who and why did this happen at all?
Don't know what role the 4 played.
Investigators are telling me that only 1 out of the 4 adults they are talking to are being cooperative, and CPS has been called for the kids. In Wixom, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
Turning to the forecast now, we started cloudy with some temperatures in the 30s this afternoon after some earlier showers this morning. Let's get right on over to meteorologist Brandon Brew, who's tracking even more rain and then some headed our way. Some snow?
Could be, yes, absolutely, as we head especially tomorrow morning. Did you see any of that sun? A little bit of hazy sun at times today. It's pretty much gonzo, though. 4Live radar, a couple of hit or miss showers here over the last couple of hours. Nothing big, widespread. We do have a warm front moving in. Look at this little thunder and lightning over Lake Michigan, but most of that snow is staying north. Most of the rain is south for now. Should be filling in later as we head through the evening hours. North zone maybe a little bit sooner than that. Right now still hovering right around 40 degrees, 41 at Metro, 39 Pontiac. We have 40 in Monroe, and we'll see temperatures just barely get up there with warm front coming in, keeping the clouds. Mostly dry for most of us through the afternoon, but through the mid-afternoon, some showers creeping into the north zone. And again, more showers coming our way later this evening, Evrod. Will highlight some of that snow as well.
Alrighty, Brandon, thank you. A Washington Township man could be spending up to 30 years in prison after causing his son to go blind. 22-year-old Anthony Robinson was taking care of his 6-month-old son back in December when the child's mother came home and found that the child had been hurt. Now, she rushed the baby to the hospital where doctors said that the child had injuries consistent with shaken baby syndrome, resulting in blindness. Today, Robinson was in court for sentencing where he broke down in tears while apologizing to his family.
I'm sorry. I know I can't take it back. I wish I could. And if I wish I could be in his shoes and he be in mine and not be going through things he's going through, I'm sorry. I wish I could take it back.
Well, after that apology, Robinson was still sentenced up to 30 years in prison. The woman who was killed in a Bloomfield Township crash has been identified. She's 53-year-old Rhonda Williams of Oakland Township. And right now, eastbound Square Lake Road is back open after that deadly crash that happened last night around 9 o'clock near Franklin Road. We're told a 43-year-old Bloomfield Hills man rear-ended Williams, pushing her off the road and into a barrier fence. And sadly, she died from her injuries. Police do believe that alcohol and speed played a factor in that crash. Today is a historic day for Wall Street as the Dow crosses the 20,000 mark for the very first time. The milestone leaves the Dow up a stunning 1,600 points since President Donald Trump's victory back in November. The U.S. has already added jobs for a record 75 straight months, and the unemployment rate is sitting near a 10-year low. New at noon, the fastest man on the planet, Usain Bolt, loses one of his gold medals. Coming up, why the track star was stripped of the medal for something that happened more than 8 years ago. And it happened again. 2 massive sinkholes are now causing a lot of trouble for families. And a dangerous protest in our nation's capital. Up next, the message that this environmental group has for President Trump. At least 7 protesters have climbed a construction crane just blocks from the White House, all in response to Donald Trump. The protesters are associated with the environmental group Greenpeace. And as you can see here, they put up a sign, a very big sign with the word resist written on it. Now, these protests come a day after President Trump's administration moved to delay implementation of at least 30 environmental rules and froze new Environmental Protection Agency contracts and grant awards. And families in Philadelphia now, a suburb in that city, woke up to this giant sinkhole in a neighbor's front yard, and it is incredibly large. This giant hole opened up around 4 this morning, taking out part of the sidewalk, even damaging the road, and then almost swallowing that white pickup truck right there at the edge of it. The sinkhole comes just 2 weeks after yet another sinkhole opened up in the city, swallowing at least 2 cars. Officials are now trying to figure out what caused this hole to open up in the first place. And Usain Bolt has been stripped of one of his 9 Olympic gold medals in a doping case involving a teammate. The IOC says Nesta Carter tested positive for a banned stimulant in a new test of samples from the 2008 Beijing Olympics. Carter and Bolt were teammates on the winning 4x100 meter relay team. The IOC says the Jamaican team now disqualified because of this, and this means all corresponding medals, including Bolt's, have been stripped.
New at noon.
McDonald's announces a big giveaway. New at noon, the code that will get you some free goodies at the fast food chain this week. Brandon?
Your forecast is easing back into winter. We'll take a look at some rain chances first, and then we are tracking snow for several days next.
A brother murdered, a family struggling for answers.
I was out of my mind then. I couldn't believe it.
The killer never found, the case going cold.
I don't think he had any enemies.
We haven't forgotten, you know. Every holiday, it just won't go away.
I'm Karen Drew. The defenders take you inside this cold case tonight at 11.
You need to. All right, welcome back, everybody. Turning our attention to the forecast now.
Yes.
Take it away.
Well, winter. Anybody raise your hands out there? Anybody miss winter?
Absolutely not. Don't raise your hand. We see you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I, too, have missed winter, and it is coming back. It's not coming back with a vengeance. It's not coming back super strong. It's just, I think it's going to make things just look a little bit better around here. We get a little coating of snow, and it just sort of feels a little bit more normal. Stimulates the economy, too. A lot of people depend on colder temperatures and a little bit of snow, and we appreciate each and every one of you. 41 degrees, little bit of a breeze out there. Southeast winds at 14, coming off of Lake Erie and not necessarily a warming wind. Feels like 33 degrees out there. Up to about 44, feeling cooler than that, mainly through the afternoon. Showers will start through the afternoon coming into our north zone, maybe even the extreme tip of the thumb. Wetter weather here around Metro Detroit after 4 or 5 p.m. Cannot rule out an isolated shower before that. We have a warm front moving in, and it always capable of stimulating a shower or two. Tonight we're looking at some evening rain showers around Detroit, and then through the overnight hours, cooler air creeping in and snowy conditions by 5 or 6 tomorrow morning. So make sure you join us on Local 4 News today, and make sure you join Ben Bailey later today for the latest model updates, just to make sure that everything is still verified. We're not, again, looking at any big monster snows or massive polar vortex Arctic chills. Here's the way the current satellite radar picture plays out. Again, up north is where the snow is. Down south is where the rain is. We're stuck in the middle with you, and a shower or two again through the afternoon, but more and more of this is going to start creeping in to the thumb region, and this warm front will again get our temperatures to about 44 degrees. This cold front right behind it will start to cool us off enough to allow some of that snow over Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota to start coming back at us. So what does that mean temperature wise? Well, the trend is down, but it's not plummeting. Nothing sub-zero, nothing crazy, no major wind chill problems. The breezes do pick up tomorrow. We'll see wind temperatures falling back down through the 30s, and then we hover right around freezing for high temperatures over the next week or two. Average is about 32, so we're right where we should be. And again, I think it's going to be all right. Here's some of that rain, 5:30 starting to come into the area. Again, a little bit heavier in our north zone. Tomorrow morning, 6 a.m., here comes some of that snow. Could get a fresh coating out of this, and slippery conditions for the morning drive. Lake effect snow showers Thursday afternoon, Friday and Saturday as the winds keep whipping out of the west over Lake Michigan. So all in all, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, grand total maybe an inch or two. So again, not looking at anything big here. And when does that sun finally come back, Evrod? Maybe Sunday into Monday we get a little bit.
Okay, well, we will look forward to that. Brandon, thank you. It's also a big week for Big Mac lovers. All of you, maybe. To celebrate the release of 2 new versions of its iconic burger, McDonald's is going to be giving away 10,000 bottles of its signature Big Mac special sauce tomorrow. And if you'd like to snag a bottle, customers, all they have to do is say the code phrase, "There's a Big Mac" for that. The giveaway will be on a first-come, first-served basis. Good luck. All right, still ahead here. There's a zoo rolling out a promotion for Valentine's Day, and it is quite bizarre. We're going to show you how you can honor or dishonor your special loved one in a very strange and creepy way. We're back in a minute. Replay. All righty, finally here at noon, there is this zoo in New York that's hosting probably one of the most bizarre events I've ever heard of leading up to Valentine's Day. Tell them about it.
The Bronx Zoo kicking off its annual Name a Roach event, because nothing, says romance quite like a cucarachas, cockroaches. Anyone interested can name a Madagascar hissing cockroach in honor of somebody they love.
I would more so say that's in dishonor, but for a $10 donation, you can download a certificate from the zoo's website featuring the name of the person, the pest that you've chosen for them.
Better have some Barry White playing.
Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.